Hi, Lisa Archer here of NP Lisa Listens, and today's video is about anxiety and panic attacks. So if you saw my last video on depression, I mentioned that I was going to originally combine them, but I decided to make them separate. So first of all, I'd like to start off with a general definition of anxiety, right? So experiencing occasional anxiety is normal in life, but if it becomes so frequent and so intense that it's affecting your day-to-day life, then and making it very hard to function, then it's a problem, right? And we need to address it. So, and there are some subsets of anxiety. There's phobias like agoraphobia, people that get very anxious when they're in crowds, lots of people, and many more from there too. So some of the symptoms of anxiety is feeling very nervous, maybe trouble concentrating, affects your sleep, maybe hard to go to sleep or to stay asleep. It can affect our gastrointestinal tract. So if you saw my last depression video, I talked about how a big producer of serotonin in our bodies is actually in our gut. And so people may have chronic nausea, they may have cramping, it can cause issues with their constipation, diarrhea, kind of an irritable bowel syndrome thing. And that's very much related to depression and anxiety. So, difficulty concentrating, difficulty controlling unwanted thoughts, excessively worrying and just, you can't get this thought out of your head. So those are some of the signs and symptoms of anxiety. So some of the tips I'd like to share with dealing with anxiety. Yes, there are medications that can help with it too, but instead I want to focus on some other things. So again, I'm going to bring up meditation. Meditation is a wonderful habit to get into. A lot of people, I don't know how to meditate. Where do I start? So I recommend you can go on YouTube and find free videos on meditation. Like I mentioned again in my previous video, there's guided meditations, there's just meditation music. So the goal of meditation is that we become thoughtless. We learn to get those monkey mind thoughts out of our head. You can start with 5 minutes and work up to 20 minutes. I think 20 minutes is good enough. And of course, every day would be great, right? But even if you just start with 1 day a week and work up, that's awesome. It's still going to help you. So these are things I recommend for kind of generalized anxiety, right? So now I want to go into panic attacks. Panic attacks. So panic attacks can literally come out of nowhere. You could just be driving in your car, for example, or just living your daily life, going along, feeling fine, and then all of a sudden it can just hit you out of nowhere. Some people may feel chest pain, and then of course that scares them, and I can't tell you how many times people end up in the ER with a panic attack thinking they're having a heart attack, and they're not. You may feel your heart rate increase. You may start trembling. You may get very sweaty feeling, like in your palms, or just in general, a flushed feeling. You may feel short of breath. Some people will say, I feel like I can't get enough oxygen. And so obviously this is it's a very scary feeling, and it's physical in your body. So when I was in nurse practitioner school, we had a guest speaker come to our class, and she was a mental health nurse practitioner, and she had her own practice. And one tip that she shared with us that she used with her patients was she would encourage them to, first of all, come up with a visualization, an image that was very relaxing for them. Whether it's, say, laying in a hammock on a beach in a tropical island, or for me, it would be being at my grandmother's house. It was always so calming and relaxing. I used to joke with her and say, do you have sedatives pumped in through your vents or what? Because I get here and it's just so relaxing and I just want to go to sleep. So, and at the same time, so you get that image in your head, right? And then when you feel that panic attack come on, she would tell her patients that she wanted them to then focus on their feet. Well, why the feet? Well, when you're feeling a panic attack, it's like it rises until it's just poof off the top of our head, right? And we're all up here. So by focusing your attention on your feet and becoming very hyper aware of how do my feet feel, we are actually grounding ourselves, right? We're coming from up here and getting back down into our bodies. And another thing that I like to share with my patients is I say, I want you to use your mind to help you instead of making it worse. So when you have those thoughts of, I'm going to die, I want you to tell yourself, I'm not going to die. I've been here before and I'm breathing fine. I'm getting oxygen and this is going to pass as they focus on their feet, right? So, and another thing is, here's some other tips, and this may sound a little strange, but for some reason, cold seems to help when you're having those panic attacks. So, for example, I don't get panic attacks often, thank goodness, but it would never fail. I'd be in my car, in traffic, I can't get off the highway easily, and it would just hit out of the blue. And I would just blast my AC and just have that cold air blowing in my face. And for whatever reason, it just seems to help. If I was at home, I might go to the sink and run cold water on my wrist or even a little ice. I mean, for whatever reason, these are things that help. And I've had patients say that they've noticed that's helped them as well. So now, some other things that I think are good habits and things you can try. There's something called binaural beats, and that's spelled BINAURAL, beats. And you can find these for free also on YouTube. And what binaural beats are is they are two different tones at different frequencies being played in each ear. And what they propose it does is it kind of changes the neural activity in our brain and therefore changing our brain waves. So some of the brain waves that we have is delta waves, theta, alpha, and beta. Okay, so delta waves are our deepest brain waves. They're associated with deep sleep and meditation. Some people can get into delta waves when they're meditating. Then we have theta. Theta is not quite as deep as the one right, I guess, above it, if you will. That can help reduce anxiety, sometimes even chronic pain, they've found. Then you have alpha waves, where it's our conscious mind is there, but it's kind of that calm state. And then we have the beta, which is where we are our active awake state, right? And this wave, brain wave, if you will, is suggested to help with complex thinking, problem solving, and reasoning. So I suggest, you can listen to them with headphones while you're sleeping, but you don't have to. You can put them on your your bedside table next to your bed while you sleep, and that's still helpful. Now, another thing you can do is I like to look up binaural beats with subliminal messages. So what are subliminal messages? These are messages that our conscious mind can't hear, but they're perceived by our subconscious mind. They're embedded, if you will, into these videos. So they can be used to help change any unwanted behavior. You can find a subject for anything: self-esteem, self-confidence, PTSD, anger management. I mean, they have every subject you can possibly imagine. So if you find one on YouTube of subject you're interested in, it's something you'd like to work on, then you can, push a little arrow on the video and it'll actually tell you what words are being said that are embedded in it that your unconscious mind is hearing throughout the night. And there's varying lengths in these videos as well. So these are some things that you can do. They're free, they're easy, and I hope they helps. So I found it helpful and I look forward to making the next video. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope that it makes a difference in your life. And if you do like this video, I would encourage you to hit that bell so you get notified of the next video coming, and subscribe. And I hope you have a great day. Bye.